Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video blog. Today I'm going to read something that I've written. It's called The Definition of the Human Right and America's Worst Violation. Freedom is the most important concept to ever strike man. This single concept is the building block for all of our rights and plays a big role in any deliverance from harm. Where are the boundaries that form these rights? And are we giving them to everyone? The instinct to fight off a predator perhaps spawned in the young thinking mind of man the idea of being free from harm. We started to conceptualize freedom only as a desire within individuals, and each individual took it upon his and herself to secure it. Working together provided better results for everyone, and eventually, as the concept of freedom became more sophisticated, along with the development of the concept of equality, man started to conceptualize that each person should be free from harm. At least the harm that comes from other men, since we can't enforce social rules on our predators. If you feel it is wrong to be harmed by another human, it is the doing that is wrong, not the who, and so you must accept that it is also wrong to do harm. As long as people are equal, there cannot be one without the other. Since it is in our very beings to desire freedom from harm, so it is in our very beings the obligation to refrain from doing harm, and so the discovery of the human right. What is a right? Simply a freedom from. The word free itself has many definitions. All of them describe that if something is missing, usually some form of control, condition, restriction, or consequence. A right is not some tangible thing to be granted to you, not a guarantee that you'll be given X, simply a guarantee that others will refrain from imposing X upon you. So, what is the human right? It is freedom from harm and enslavement, or more accurately, free will and autonomy over your own body. It's the most undeniable right. After all, our bodies truly are the one thing we own. We cannot say, at least in the physical plane, that we own the force that animates us. We have no apparent power to make it stay, and it is intangible. But we are our bodies and our thoughts, and so we have an innate right to them. I say freedom from harm and enslavement because there is a general consensus that harm and enslavement violate the human right, but they are simply how we interpret a breach. Autonomy is really the most important element of the human right. For your body to truly be yours, it must be under your command, and no one else's will can decide for it. If you have free will and autonomy, there can be no harm or enslavement. Additionally, the boundaries of the human right cannot be decided simply by what is harmful, because harm is really just an evaluation of an action, an opinion. Opinion cannot play a role in the definition of the human right because every individual's free will is what guides their opinion, and everyone is different. If you choose one opinion to guide all, then you have breached equality. One person may think that getting punched in the face isn't harmful because it only hurt for a little while. Another person may be punched in the face as a manifestation of oppression and feel very harmed from it. The opinion of whether or not a punch qualifies as harm is not the decider of whether or not a person's human right is violated. The decider is the willingness of the individual. Everyone must have the right to decide based upon their own opinion about anything that happens to their body in relationship to the direct action of another. So whether it's punching, spitting, restraining, cutting, etc., it is the person's will that defines the parameter of their right.